What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 17 of the Pack Mentality Podcast, your number one source for zombies discourse. I am AQ Devi, joined by the young and handsome Shorbsy, as always, as well as Warman, one of our number one fans in the pack. Warman actually asked us a great question last week that we could not get to, so instead we invited him on this week to answer the question. We are tasked with coming up with unique equipment for each and every Black Ops 6 Zombies map. Before we get to that, though, I want to start by asking Warman what we ask everybody, and that is, Warman, what got you into Call of Duty Zombies?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. This is a wonderful experience to be here. But what got me into zombies was actually when I was young, my brother had purchased the Moon. Oh, not the Moon. What is it called? It's one of the Hardened Edition, the Collector's Edition, my fault, for Black Ops 1.
Oh, yeah.
So, on the 360. So, I got to watch him play the Giant and Verrückt and stuff. And, you know, he left to go to school. And I snuck on, and I got on Shinonuma as my first map to play on. And I died pretty fast. But I was hooked on ever since. It was my most favorite game. He then left and took the 360 with him like a rat. So I got a PS3 and played BO2 and loved it ever since from there.
Yeah. Everyone has a different story, and yet we all just coalesce. And some people, I guess, aren't too fond of the mode these days, but I love having all you guys from the pack on, especially because everyone here is just so like about the mode and loves it so much. It's awesome. Cool. With that said, Warman, you are also an extremely special person to have on because you have the Aether Ruler title. Is that correct?
Yes, I do. That was a journey to get, and my God, that was a challenge.
Yeah.
I will say before anything for that, shout out to Plavy, Captain, Shelly, Eric, and especially Kool-Aid.
Nice.
He got robbed, but we got him his title.
Yeah.
We got him his title.
Shout out to the boys.
God, I could not do without them. Dear God.
That's good
so,
stuff.
I gotta ask, how long did it take you guys from your first attempt to actually fully get that completion?
So attempt-wise, it's not going to sound like a lot. We did, I think, in 4 attempts. But it was just the coordination of what the hell we needed to do and exactly how we had to plan everything. To the fact that at, I think, the 3rd or 4th attempt, I was thinking about the most obscure gobblegums I could bring in, what we could crush, found some little tricks in the Easter eggs so we can save some stuff. I made a whole little guide, which I don't know if you guys saw. I put it in the Discord at one point because I'm like, hey, this is the guide for the boss because we are just dying in this thing. But the last attempt, the 4th attempt, we got it. My God, it was a surreal experience. It was beautiful to experience.
What were some of the hassles and obstacles that you guys ran into throughout the process before you were able to complete it?
Well, the hardest thing of the challenge is, I would say, the no augments and all critical shots.
Oh yeah.
Those were the main two screwing us over a ton. The no augments, if you ask any of them, it was a great experience to be like, oh yeah, let me go get a quick revive real quick so I can have my dying wish. And I was like, how do you have that? How do you have that, sir? So that was the experience there. And then we had to deal with the no crits, which I don't know if they fixed it, but it is a buggy mess when doing the Easter egg.
Really?
You cannot pick up zombies with the disciple injection for that step. You have to get TED trial zombies because that works for the step.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's insane. Okay.
What I could also say is the melee weapons do work. All right, the wonder weapon works, so you don't have to critical shot with that. You can kill anything with that.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah.
You cannot get rid of the ice if you don't have a wonder weapon, because critical shots make it to where you can't get rid of the ice, which is lovely.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a hassle, but by God we did it. By God we did it.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. That's insanely because obviously we're pretty active in the Discord, so it was crazy just like hearing you guys talk about it, and you're like plotting and like like scheduling out like everything, and then it was go time when the time came, and it was fun following
it was
along with
beautiful.
that, yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, that's good
Yeah,
stuff.
no.
So,
By the way, monkeys, Casimir's don't work either.
Do they?
Because
do
they're
they
not
pull
critical?
the zombies?
They're
but-
not critical.
Do they like pull the zombies but don't actually kill them?
Yep, they're just in one spot, right after the other.
That's crazy, bro. Oh gosh.
Yeah, the relics and the combinations of them are ridiculous. I mean, I tried doing like an all relic challenge before Totenrite came out, and I thought like Casimirs are gonna be great, but throwing them down right at your feet and having the zombies just all detonate on you right when they die there. There's so much to micromanage, and one of the things I'm most excited to see is someone do an all relic like Easter egg run, or around 100 all relic Easter egg run once all the maps are out. I think that's going to be an insane achievement that someone is eventually going to do, and I think that's going to get a lot of deserved props. I'm just excited to see what that looks like.
I would recommend, honestly, looking at Captain, because I played with him last night, and he has told me personally he will get every relic to beat Caltheris because he loves that boss so much.
Hell yeah, it's great. I mean, pretty much all the BO7 bosses are, though. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I gotta ask, what are some tips that you would give to people, Shorbzy and I included, because we're gonna get it eventually. I've yet to even attempt it.
I pray for you guys.
I'm knocking it hard, bro.
Yeah, I mean, last week Mama K already challenged us to do I think it was the hard mode one for Vaetherion, which is just the first 3 wickeds.
Yeah.
I haven't even attempted it yet, but I think this is going to be another step after that. With that said, yeah, what are some tips you got for us when that time does come?
So I got some tips there. Oh, by the way, we played last night to do hard mode and we died at it. So
Really?
it is still a challenge.
Yeah,
it is still a challenge.
Okay.
Wow.
The best I can say is honestly try to get 4 people. It is difficult as heck to do it with just 3. We attempted it a couple times with just me, Shelly, and Eric, and we could not finish the boss up. We had not enough equipment between all of us and not enough field upgrades and stuff to use in the boss. Because we had ultimately in the little boss fight guide I wrote up, we had designated 2 people with healing auras and 2 people frenzied, and then you'd still take the Casimirs to just fend off zombies, so they'll die in the boss fight because they're considered, I guess, the Ted trial zombies.
Oh,
I don't understand how that works, but that does work in there. And then we've tried the monkey bomb method with the frenzy. Somebody stays in the middle, runs around, the other 3 go and take out the heads. And then you really need to call it the runes. The runes are the most difficult thing during the fight.
Really?
So anytime during the fight we saw arrow, you just called it out, ran, scattered like bugs, and then you kept shooting because it was how we just kind of went on there. There was a lot of deaths. I don't remember the exact count. There's probably a screenshot somewhere, but I think everyone usually had 70 to 50 revives between everybody.
Wow.
Because we just kept dying in that
That's
fight.
insane. Oh way.
Wow.
But yeah, I would recommend, because you have no ammo crates in there either, so some max ammo gums, raindrops, phoenix ups, near deaths, and nowhere but theirs help a ton. And most importantly, bring a self revive into the boss fight and try your best not to use it.
Sure.
You wanna tap yourself, because you tap yourself so somebody else can get you. Because I don't know if you recall, there is a relic that is every 100 kills you're losing your perk. You're essentially you're doing a whole no perk run the whole time.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So I would suggest, self revive, tap. Also, don't even worry about the perks. At some point, I just said, I don't even care the perks. Just get me up so I can help out. Because it did not matter. No augments, perks, are just, I don't care. Just get me up so I can help you guys. That's all I cared about.
Did you guys consider doing like getting like the useful perks eternal before going in?
Funny you should say that. Yes, we did. We came up with a strat towards the end on our good attempt, but we at the second attempt had decided, okay, if anybody sees Mr. Peaks, we'll get that, and somebody will pop a perkaholic and get the internal perks.
Right.
Eric, I think, was sleep deprived and just claimed all the perks and didn't pop the perka, so he didn't get the eternal perks.
That's hilarious.
So we lost that chance there. But from what we did at the final attempt, which was the best solution, we did a TED trial just normally, and then just dropped the perks on the ground for one guy to pick up. So it was like a mini Mr. Peaks for him. So he got Eternals.
Interesting.
And then we just went in with that.
So you gave all the Eternals to one person.
One person, yeah. It was usually the person with the one weapon, but the run we got, which I do suggest everybody get the one weapon because the ice is gonna kill you in that fight. It is brutal. So everybody try to have the one weapon because we got lucky and got those for everybody there, except one person, but it didn't matter. We didn't need it for him.
What about weapons? What were your guys' go-to weapons, not counting the one weapon?
What did we take in at the end? We were looking for a lot of the ions at one point, but the ions did not put enough damage out to really matter. I think VSTs. That's what we ended off on. At least I use the VSTs. It kills the ice heads. It murders them. Like,
I've heard good things.
Lord, that thing was amazing. It's good for the ice heads, not good for damaging the boss.
Sure.
So I would still recommend like the Nova line. The Dresden was pretty good. I think what was it? The Voyak? Yeah, the Voyak.
Of course.
Somebody brought in. But honestly, you got to be prepared to not accomplish the damage phases. We failed a lot of those, but we just kept going.
Sure. Wow. Yeah. I mean, shout out to you guys. It is a huge accomplishment. Really glad Kool-Aid got his redemption.
I was going to throw a fit if he did not get his title, because that was the most criminal thing.
It was really cool to see. Didn't Call of Duty CM even respond to the whole thing? Yeah. That's
I didn't think, honestly,
fantastic.
didn't think it was going to blow up that much, but hey, I'll take it.
As it should have, and as was deserved for you guys. So
Absolutely.
shout out to you guys. With that said, I think I'm very eager to hear what you guys are coming up with for these unique equipments for BO6 maps. I don't even know who wants to start. I assume we'll go from beginning to end. Shorbzy, what do you think, man? I'll let you start us off here.
You want me to get the ball rolling?
Sure.
Okay. So basically the gist of it, I don't know if you gave the rundown, but it's basically we're going through each BO6 map, and all three of us came up with some kind of like unique equipment to it. Obviously we saw that in Totenreich, so it's not necessarily something that has to be a tactical or a lethal. It could be a score streak, similar to how we saw like with the Wonder Barrage or the Glock drop. So it's not like just lethal or tactical. And we're going through each BO6 map and sort of getting a unique one that we think would like fit the map. And you might be thinking like Citadel and Reckoning already have those in the incantations and the Etherblade. We just sort of came up with like different spins or like different unique equipment outside of that. So we even have ideas for those two maps. So yeah, with that out of the way, we're gonna start with. You guys want to start with Liberty Falls?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So I tried to make all of my unique equipment sort of. I made them all like thematic to the map, but I also tried to make them, I guess, like in the same level of depth as the map itself is. So like Liberty Falls, I tried to just come up with something sort of simple, like sort of, I don't know, lighthearted, which would be the nature of Liberty Falls. And so my idea is a bowling ball tactical equipment. So the way that you would get this is you do the bowling side Easter egg, and you have to achieve a certain score on that. Once you achieve that certain score, 3 sets of bowling shoes spawn in around the map. You fill each pair of shoes up with, I don't know, 20 to 30 souls. From there, you go back to the bowling alley, and you get a special bowling ball. That becomes your tactical, and You get one. The rule is if you kill, so and the motion is basically you're just rolling a ball. Oh, I just knocked my trash can over. You because I did the motion with my hand. So you roll the bowling ball at a group of zombies. If you get a certain amount of kills, you get the bowling ball back at like similar to like the end of a bowling game or match, where if you bowl a strike at the end, then you get another turn. So basically, if you get X amount of kills with the one throw, you get it back. If you don't, then you lose it until you get like a max ammo. It doesn't like charge up over time or anything. So
Ooh.
that is my unique tactical for Liberty Falls.
That sounds pretty fun. Honestly, I would make too the minimum kill count like 10, as in you're striking all 10.
Yeah, like the
down.
pins. Yeah, I guess I wonder if
that'd
10
be nice.
is too easy, but it would be thematic to bowling. I don't know, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
10 to 20. I think it'd be a fine
Yeah,
amount.
I dig that a lot, and it fits, of course.
it absolutely fits.
I guess I'll go next so that we can leave on Warman every single time, give him the final say on the maps. All right, so for Liberty Falls, I just want to point out these crazy guys came up with quests for theirs. I did not. I'm not creative enough, so put in
That's
what
not
you will
true.
for how to get this thing. But with that said, for Liberty Falls, I came up with the Liberty Bell. And that is it's supposed to aesthetically fit the church POI, obviously, like a church bell. You summon it in like the Glock drop, where it smashes into the horde, and then when it lands, it periodically will smack back and forth like a bell, pretty slowly, and every time it dings, essentially, it'll stun all the zombies on the map, and which will grant you a window of opportunity to either escape them or to put damage down into the horde.
That
So
is
sick.
actually ball.
It's like
Yeah,
stun
fire.
pulses, and there's obviously going to be a ringing sound effect as it goes back and forth.
So does that?
I think it could also work if you have it attract the zombies from like an outside radius, and if they're too close, it'll stun them when
That's
they're
when it
close.
stuns them. Okay.
Mm.
Now, Debbie, do you think that would function better as like a tactical that like you use once or like recharges, or should it be a score streak, or like how did you imagine that?
I imagine just because it is kind of a large item summoning thing, and I did kind of reference the Glock drop in that way, I would say that if it's probably better as a score streak.
Okay, dude,
I
that'd
would
be
agree on that,
fire,
yeah.
bro. So like it just gets launched from somewhere outside the map, or like
Yeah.
fuck it.
Somewhere.
Don't think too hard about it.
Okay, respect. Yeah, that's sick, dude. I love that. Mr. Warman, what's your pick?
All right. So I actually went with the Etherella kind of route, and I kind of went with I think it was from 2019. One of the score streaks kind of go in a straight line. You could have that with Etherella, have her designated spot of, hey, I want you to just laser eyes this specific area,
Ooh.
and kind of just make back and forth pass with there. I also made it to where you need to find some parts around the map, and then maybe kill something or shoot something outside the map while you're on the zip lines. So you can utilize all the parts of the map for that. And then you would have it as like a score streak. I think would fit the best of it.
So
Dude,
is it
that'd
kind of
be
like
so sick.
like Homelander laser eyes that
Yes.
you're just like
yes.
aiming essentially?
You could have it like a laser point. I more had it like, oh, this area kind of like the long road going up to the church on the right side.
Mhm.
It's like that size. I would make it and be like, hey, back and forth. This superhero is just gonna come around. Maybe around the world if they want to make it visually cool. You know, just have it going around the whole time.
That'd be
Interesting.
So sick. It's so crazy how we're one map in, and all three of our ideas are just like as far apart from each other.
I noticed that when he said the bell. I was like, oh, we went through all the buildings right there. I
On
love
Liberty
that.
Falls, no
Yeah.
less.
Yeah, that's crazy. Both your ideas are insane. That's so sick.
Okay. Should we vote whose is the best?
Oh, did we vote
Ooh.
for the best?
Okay.
Yeah,
Should
I'm
we?
down for that.
Or is that like
You can't vote for yourself because I think that'd be a little cheating. But
Just
yeah,
everybody, we just
I'd
vote for
be.
ourselves. Let me think.
I would have a pick. Yeah.
Okay, I think I got mine.
Okay. I don't know
Okay.
how we would even do
We'll,
this.
we'll just do the same order, I guess, of like
Yeah.
that we went. So I'll go first. I think I like AQW's idea a little bit more, just because I don't know. I just the idea of like the bell like coming down and sort of just like I don't know. I just think that like visually would look sick. Even though obviously that's not to say that your idea wasn't also insane, Warman. I think I'm just splitting hairs here, and I love the idea of
Oh,
the
no,
bell
you're
dropping
good,
down
you're
and
good.
sort of like periodically like hitting the sides. So yeah, my pick's gonna be Mr. Debbie.
I gotta go War Man just because I love superhero stuff, and it would be cooler if they leaned into the Aetherella stuff a little more. I think it would add a layer to Liberty Falls that isn't really there as much.
I would actually go for Debbie. I really liked that bell idea.
Yeah.
That bell was
Thanks, guys.
very nice to hear.
It was sick. Sweet. So yeah, Debbie gets this round. I mean, all
Debbie
all
gets
great
Liberty
ideas.
Falls.
Yeah.
I'll take it for Liberty Falls. We'll see how this goes.
So we'll do Terminus next.
Yep.
So this is it's kind of it's gonna be a little cheap. It's basically gonna be like a reskinned version of Arnie's.
Okay.
What you would do is you first have to get the beam smasher, and then go out in the water. And when the tentacle rises up, you shoot that with the beam smasher. It drops sort of like a piece of it. You grab that as a part. If it was my world, I would have some kind of like underwater cave thing that you have to grab, like some kind of like plant or something, Zetsubo style. Of course, it has to be Zetsubo style. You grab that. So those are the two parts. You bring it back to like the lab area somewhere, like maybe in that like that one part where like the two stairs where like double points is.
Yes.
Bring it somewhere in there. There's some kind of machine that you like put the two parts in, and then you have to kill like 20 zombies basically, because it's like it would be like a living creature. Kill like 20 zombies near it. It like develops like a I guess a taste for like wanting to kill zombies. And then it's basically in this container similar to an Arnie, and you throw it down, and it's like a reskinned like Patient 13 version of Arnie's.
Ooh, just a little. You can call it like Patient 1 or something. It would be like Patient 14.
Yeah, it's developing. So
I love that.
yeah, that'd be my idea for a tactical on Terminus.
That's really good. I especially love the quest attached to it.
It's got to be a good quest, right?
Yeah, I admittedly my idea is very similar. I called it the Leviathan device. All these names are pending. So what it does is you throw it down, and it creates a massive whirlpool of water just on the ground that is obviously spinning, and it's pulling any of the zombies that get near it in, which does damage over time. And then tentacles will be popping out, and those will be prioritizing any specials and elites that are nearby. And then when it's done, a pool of razor sharp coral kind of just comes to the surface and sits and stops there, acting kind of like toxic growth. It's just like more damage over time.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my idea.
That's lovely.
With no
fire
quest.
You just get it. You just spawn in.
Yeah.
You just get it.
Yeah, that's sick. That's sick.
I kind of built mine off of the pirate side egg because I really like that side egg. So I went for the Ghost of the Seven Seas kind of ally pirates as a field upgrade actually. So you would get to the point of the side egg where you have to go and kill the crewmates around the areas, but you get the option to diverge into either mutiny or loyalty. And mutiny would be the section of, hey, I'm gonna crew with the dead soulmates, and we're gonna go fight the captain, do a little mini boss fight, and that's where you would claim the field upgrade to get the summoning of pirates. And I would also have it to where if you did it close to the water, you would have like a ghost ship that's there. You could see it in there going around the islands, but you would have the crew with you, and they'd be helping you kill zombies and stuff.
Dude.
Wow.
Both your guys' ideas are insane. Like, I hate that I have to like pick one. That, oh my gosh.
Also, the item would be the pirate's hat. That's how you would know you're the captain for that.
Dang,
Okay, hell yeah.
dude. I don't want to pick.
This guy added in a whole like
lore.
Like a
I kind of went a little crazy on it.
there's like a boss, like a side boss fight, which I'm a sucker for, and like a split path sort of thing. Damn, I wish I came up with stuff like that.
I'm gonna give it to Warman, but like for any of these, it's never a slight to like who I don't pick. You guys are both like
They're all
prime
Yeah.
Jordan with
No,
these
yeah.
ideas. So I'm gonna go with Warman for this one. I think it's just the idea that you like pick one of two routes, and yeah, just the concept. Like my mind didn't get remotely close to that, so I'm gonna go with Warman.
Warman, I'm sorry, but I'm so biased to the like laboratory, like create your own specimen, like homunculus style thing. So for the quest alone, I have to give it to Shorbzy.
That's totally fair because I also go with Shorbs on that. I
Really?
love that idea of that.
I appreciate that, fellas. I figured, I mean, I don't know. I like the idea of using the wonder weapon to like, shoot the tentacle because you just don't really do anything with it like in the actual map. So I wanted to
Yeah, you just use it for one summon. That's it.
make it a little
Yeah.
bit more interactive. And I think having like an underwater cave would have been fire, bro. Would have been fire. But yeah, but we're crushing it so far. I think so. The next map would be Citadel.
Good old Citadel.
Shoot, I wrote the other ones down. I didn't write the Citadel one down.
Off the top of the head, Shorbs.
Yeah, just cook one up right here now. Okay, I don't remember what the actual item would be in your tactical slot, but I think that it was a missed opportunity when they did the Rat King side Easter egg to like you just get a crown and like some loot. Basically the idea would be to like you're in the same way that like in your previous idea, Warman, how you're like the captain of the crew. With the Rat King, you put the crown on, and it gives you the ability to essentially like summon rats to like basically like swarm a bunch of zombies, eat them up, and then
so awesome.
and then they need to sort of like I don't know where they would like retreat back basically into like the walls and stuff, and they basically just like recharge until your next use of them. Yeah, probably it would just recharge over time. All of mine I think are tacticals. So yeah, none of mine would be like score streaks or anything. So basically, you become the Rat King, and you're able to like summon the rats to be able to kill zombies and stuff. So that's mine.
I would love to see that if they did something like that to like they would have to sort of in the way they like carve those like big holes near the ground level where zombies crawl out of, just like really small holes for when
all
like-
the little rats.
when they come in or when they leave, they all have to go through those holes.
Just
That would
scurry
be
through those. That'd be so.
that would be
sick.
so cool to see at the beginning and end of that whole sequence.
That would
Oh.
be so awesome
fire.
to look at.
Yeah.
So I'll admit mine is kind of similar to yours. I was looking at it as like I was trying to picture Citadel as like it was missing a trifecta piece. It's got this sort of like medieval RPG aspect. You got your melee weapons and the swords. You got your magic spells with the incantations. So I figured the third would be some sort of sigil to summon partners in like a party style thing. And who are you going to summon other than like a spectral form of the four bastard sons wielding their swords alongside you? I think that could be really cool. I don't know if it would function as like you just activate it and it's random who it is, or if you get to choose which of the four knights would help you out. I think it would be really cool to see like the ghosts of the knights like assisting you.
Dude, that would kick. Similar to like
That would awesome.
like Dead of the Night basically, but instead of just being like sort of wisps that kill the zombies, like you actually see them like fight them with like whatever
Yeah.
ability they had or something.
I feel
And
like that
then-
would be really hard to program like animation wise.
Yeah.
But
But it'd be cool.
it would be badass.
Hype moments in alright. Yeah, dude, that's a sick idea. I love that.
I actually went with something very similar to Devi, but a little bit different stuff of the summons. So I went with kind of companionship in the way of just like beast and stuff. And it all correlates to each of the swords. So I had a little dragon you can get, a giant lion, a floating lightning ball, and a friendly raven. And they were kind of the thing I wanted, which was another tier for the swords of an upgrade. So you would claim the sword. You would what did I write here? For the little dragon, I said you can get it like a dragon egg, do some lockdowns at the fireplaces around the map, or the stuff you claim the fire for the dragon sword. And then you would get the little dragon. That'd be your guy. You could do the lion quest, which for the holy sword you would get teleported somewhere for that quest. And I'd say for this one you get teleported into an area of like a lion cage. You would basically try to tame the beast. You tame it, you win that fight, you got the lion. You got his loyalty, essentially. The lightning ball, I said you could go around, overload a box, survive a wave of electrified zombies, and then you would get like a friendly lightning ball to help you out. And then the raven, that one kind of went to the mind of ravens are pretty like loyal creatures if you're nice to them and stuff. So I said there's ravens around the map. Maybe you got to use the ult of the sword to feed the ravens, and they'll be happy and they'll come and help you out. Into I kind of made them work like the Wisp T a little bit.
Okay.
But like all augments on that work. But that's how I went for that for those on Citadel, and they'd be all. I guess I would want them as just like an extra thing. Maybe a field upgrade, I guess. I don't know how I'd put that.
Yeah. We talked last week about like map specific field upgrades. I think that would like slide in there perfectly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. Your guys, like, they're similar, but like not at the same time. Shoot, dude, who am I voting for here? I think
they were all similar. They're all like summons.
Summoning.
Debbie got real
yeah.
close to mine. I liked his with the summoning the actual bastard swords or
they
bastard
just start
sons.
kicking ass, basically.
I'd love that.
Oh gosh, who am I going with here? I'm gonna go with Warman just because the quests sound really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm basically knocking that. It's basically like just because you didn't provide a quest, which I'm sure would also be. I'm just gonna give the edge to Warman because besides that,
Yes!
I really think it's a tie basically. Outside of that, like I think both your ideas are insane. So my vote's gonna be Warman.
As someone that like in RPG games loves like a good Beastmaster build, the Warman, that it's so sick. As much as I'd love to see the rats scurrying around, because I think that's so
That
cool
one's-
too.
Yeah.
And I love that some of these are like building off of things that were already like alluded to in the map, just weren't like fully knocked in. Yeah, Warman, I want a little pet dragon, bro. That's crazy.
Oh man, between you two, they're pretty great. But honestly, I really would have loved more with the Rat King quest in general.
Yeah.
So I think I gotta go with Shorbs because I would have loved having little scurrying rats around.
Yeah, dude. Just
Yeah.
because like the whole idea of like, because what you do is you like scare them away, just for them to return to the plate, and you feed them all. So basically, you like give them a reason to like be loyal to you, and then you become the
Yep.
Rat King. Like, oh my gosh, dude,
It would have fit the map so well. I would love that.
Yeah. Yeah, great ideas all around, of course. Okay, next map is the Tomb.
The two.
You guys are not ready for the theory. Like, I don't know what the show is, but like the guy at like the board who's like he like looks insane. That meme.
Oh, I know it. Yes.
Always sunny. Yeah.
Yes.
That's how I felt coming up with this. Okay.
I'm ready.
So, I think I should say the quest first.
Okay.
So what we do
All right.
is
We'll build it up.
Yeah. What we do is we go to the Dark Ether. And as we love our rock steps. Obviously, there's like the 5 rocks that you shoot to get like the pack punch crystal, but way off in the distance, you can only see them with a sniper, is the gramophone as well as the record that you have to shoot for them to fall into the map. And what do we know about the gramophone, the record? They allow us to open up portals.
Yeah.
The only color portal that's in Origins that is not in the Tomb is purple. So we take that gramophone and the record down to Quick Revive. We put those two down next to each other. It builds the purple portal, allowing us to go to the crazy place from Origins, where we pick up the Maxis drone parts, because those were
Oh.
we
Oh my god.
we had the Maxis drone at the end of the Origins Easter egg, so those are just scattered across the crazy place for us to find. We bring those back. We put the amulet of Archibald in the Maxis drone as opposed to Maxis's head, and we get an Archibald drone.
Oh my god.
That's the schizo theory
What?
I came up with.
That has probably got to be one of my favorite things I've heard ever here. An Archibald drone with the remnants of Max's drone just sounds so awesome. Oh my god.
I would love that. I mean, yeah, that, and I guess the Patient 13. I'm reusing some ideas a little bit here, but especially with the tomb, I think Treyarch didn't really like fully fledge out sort of like the callbacks to Origins with that.
Yes.
What better way to do it than getting the Maxis drone from the crazy place and replacing him with Archibald?
Been perfect.
Yeah. So that's the schizo theory there.
These Easter egg guys. How does it work? Does it just work like the Maxis drone?
Yep, you just release it, he starts lighting up stuff. But he's saying like Archibald crazy stuff. Well,
just random Archibald stuff.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I think it would also like give some, because like Archibald, I don't know about you guys, but like the lead up to the tomb and everything, and like especially when I heard him talk at the beginning, I was like super invested in Archibald. Like I thought he was a great character to like follow along with and everything, and I feel like we didn't like. I feel like they didn't like fully, like they didn't execute him as well as they probably could have.
For sure.
Well, they just executed him, honestly.
They just
left him for dead.
right at the end, just mimic, kill him.
God.
Yeah, I'm so cooked for not coming up with quests. I'm way more focused on how these things operate mechanically.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna call this thing the Chrono Sand Relic. It's basically a fancy hourglass. It's an ancient hourglass that you smash into the ground, and it releases a sandstorm that when regular zombies or specials go into it, if they spend enough time in there, you'll see them like decay and turn to dust. And once the sandstorm is over, the dust is then sucked into your weapon, and depending on how much dust is sucked into your weapon, will grant you a certain amount of like damage buff for a short period of time. So basically, ages the enemies and buffs your guy.
That sounds so cool.
Dude, okay. Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's insane.
I don't know how you get it, but it sounds cool.
Yeah. Figure it out.
Oh man, I just trying to like picture it. The sand effect would just visually look so striking and so nice.
It reminds me a lot of.
I'm trying to.
I don't know if you guys are like play Mortal Kombat at all. It reminds me of Geras from Mortal Kombat. Like that's like the first thing that came to mind.
Yes.
Yeah. That'd be so sick.
Damn, I didn't think about that. Hell yeah.
Mr. Warman.
Absolutely. So I went kind of in the path of the Golden Bulls. Because when Tomb got announced, we saw the Bulls, and I'd assumed they were going to be the boss. So I kind of feel a little screwed over that. So I made up the quest of, you're going to get... I didn't make it too difficult, but it's you go back to the murals when you're getting the steps for the ice staff. You can go back to it. It'll be on again. You can input another code. But this time you're in a nude lockdown of the same area. But you're getting the fog effect from the Golden Armor quest. And that means you also got the low health you might want to set up for this. But it won't be like as bad as the Golden Armor. I'd say maybe keep you at like a 2-hit down or something like that. And you could regen. But you would get out of that after doing the 2 lockdowns and going up to the Bulls up at spawn. You get a score streak of like you could summon a herd of charging bull that kind of go around just the map, just wrecking havoc. And I would say, because they're golden bulls, I'd say they'd give you some good luck. Maybe drop you a little bit more of a salvage, ammo drops, power-ups, like a little mini raindrops if you want to think of it like that.
Another nightmare to animate, but that sounds awesome.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that's a sick idea, too. I didn't even... Yeah, it's just crazy the ideas you guys are coming up with and how, like... Because I sat and thought with these, like, pretty in depth, and just the stuff that like you guys came up with was never even like a consideration. That's just it's funny how we're like coming up with like extremely different ideas.
No, yeah.
Yeah, great ideas. That bowl one. So, is that a score streak or would that be like a?
I would make it a score streak. Yeah.
Okay, that'd be so sick. um, I think my vote is gonna go to Debbie. I just think that like hourglass idea is so sick, and how you get like the buff after as well. I just think I don't know, it just ties into like it's not just something you throw down and that's it. Like there's sort of like
There's a game plan on that.
yeah, like
some
there's a
gameplay
reason to
you can
use
think
it
about
outside of like its primary function as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
so
had a
my
whole-
vote is going to Mr. Debbie.
I had a whole Sands of Time thing going on there.
Classic.
Oh, I'm so biased. Oh man, I want to say Shorbzy just because of the crazy place in Origins, because they
The
teased,
Archibald drone was very lovely.
they
to hear.
tickled our
Cracked up.
balls with the Origin stuff,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
that's such a good way to with the portal and everything. I would say just add some extra mechanics onto it besides what the Maxis drone had, whatever that would look like. Maybe it shoots out some sand that decays zombies or something.
And
But
summons bulls.
yeah, I guess I gotta. Oh, that's so hard because I can I just think about the quest? I didn't even come up with a quest. Is that fair?
The bull one is like hype moments in aura like personified.
it is definitely how it was.
Shorbzy, you're lucky you brought Origins into this, because
I have
that's
to
the only
go.
reason you're getting this point.
Okay.
Oh man. Honestly, I gotta give it to the Sands.
Yeah.
I love just the
Yes.
thoughts of the Sands ripping apart the zombies. Just sounds so cool.
Yeah.
I love that damage reduce off it. It just sounds awesome.
Visually, that'd be insane visually as well.
I feel like that's doable too. Like I feel like that
definitely.
could be implemented.
Yeah.
I feel like there was something similar because they've had fired effects on zombies, and you can make that kind of work with the Sands. I
Yeah.
think.
Hell yeah.
What if they just did all these for every map?
I
You can just do
know.
whatever you want. Yeah, sweet. So that was the tomb. Next is Shattered Veil. My idea for the Shattered Veil was, and I think you're gonna like this one more, man. So you know the from Attack of the Radioactive Thing, the little like thing
Soul.
that like shakes the ground and causes the hand to said sold.
Yes.
So, causes the hand to pop up.
Yeah.
So it would be
Yeah,
a
yeah.
similar function of that, where in the greenhouse we basically like there's a spore on the wall similar to the ones that we like grow in those machine things. You shoot the spore with each variant of the Mark II. It basically like spits out similar to like Terminus. It'll be this like living creature thing.
Okay.
You put that, and then there's 3 parts around the map that you find. Those 3 parts make that like. Do you know what the thing's called, Warman? From IW?
Which thing? The thing that shook the ground?
Yeah,
Oh, I have no clue what it's called. I
Okay.
just use the thing.
that's fair. So basically, you get that. You put the spore remnant thing in there, and I saw this recently on the internet. I did not fact check it, but from my understanding, it was like a thing of like if you go outside and it's probably when it has to be like rainy or something, but like if you do something in terms of like shaking the ground enough that like worms will come to the surface because they think it's like an earthquake or something.
Yes, that is true.
What
That is
better
a true
way
thing.
to utilize the giant worm in that worship room
Oh my god, it's clicked with me.
than to
Yo.
place that
Oh.
stomping thing on the ground to summon that, and it would work like a Pegasus strike because it would be like super OP. It basically like comes out of the ground and like I don't know if it would just be like swallow a bunch of zombies in one go and
No,
go
you
back.
could have it do the laser. I'm pretty sure it has a laser attack from what I remember in MWA. You could have it laser that thing down.
It just whatever it wants to do. Basically, it comes up and just like wreaks havoc for like a minute and then goes back
Yo.
down. That's
Oh
my-
my
That's my
god.
crackpot idea.
I thought mine was pretty cool, but it's not that cool. And you had a quest for it.
Well,
Oh
it
man.
was just underutilized. I thought for sure the boss fight was going to be that thing because it's like right there, and
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that was a shame.
Wow. That's genius. I love that you implemented like real world, like I don't even know what you'd call that.
Science, bitch.
Biology, kind of.
Just
yeah.
science.
Damn. Okay. So mine is gonna be called the Prism Refractor.
These
Shorbsy,
names are
I know
fire,
you.
by the way. Just a side note. I didn't come up with
What's
names for mine. The names that you're like giving
Oh.
for these are fire.
Yeah, I didn't come up
Thank
with
you. Thank you.
We came up with side
Um,
quests. You got the names going. It's a trip.
Shorbsy, I know you haven't played Endgame much. What about you, Warman? Have you dabbled?
I played a bit of it, yeah.
Okay. So you know how you have those like bubble shields?
Yes.
Shorbsy, do you know about those where you just place it down and it sort of shields you in like a half sphere?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Works like Gibby's tactical from Apex, if you know that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially it's something that you place down, but instead of it being a shield, it's placing you in a sort of liminal space. And you're able to freely train throughout it. It's not a shield whatsoever. It's just a liminal space. But you're able to train zombies through it, and any zombie or anything that's not an elite that passes through it becomes churned. It becomes brain rotted. So basically you're creating a massive brain rotted horde. Elites that go through it are like pulsed damage, or else that would be way too overpowered. But yeah, you're running trains into this liminal space and creating a horde for yourself, which I think would be pretty cool. We've only seen like so many brain rotted enemies at a time, like 5 or 6 if you like do the sight grenades and stuff. I think it would be cool to turn like a whole freaking wave
Yeah.
into your own personal horde
Like
for a few
army.
rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
That's
sick. That'd be one of those like interactive, like basically like almost similar to like it'd be like the gauntlet from Ashes, where it's like you have to be like strategic with it, but if you're smart with how you do it, then like it pays off like in a major way.
Definitely.
So yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be sick.
yeah.
I'd love that. Would it be?
From my eyes, you've essentially made a domain expansion, which is lovely.
Yeah. I love
Yeah,
it.
that'd be sick.
I will say the when we got in Tone Rank the side quest for Ted on whatchamacallit, the fish.
Yeah.
Seeing the whole horde of brain rot zombies was awesome. So I would definitely like some with
Yes.
that for the domain expansion.
Yes.
For Shattered Veil, I always thought of Shattered Veil as like Night of the Living Museum type of map.
Mm.
They delved into that a bit more with the Z-Rex, but I kind of wanted to see more of that. So I would have it to where you can go into each of the liminal spaces. Maybe there's something you can interact with there, and you would just grab an item. Maybe it could be like a friendly mummy. You can get a raptor, a caveman. You can bring it to Sam. You're like, hey, bring him to life. Boom, and you can have a little friendly guy that comes around helping you out. You could have the raptors, a mummy that goes around
Dude, that'd be sick.
snatching guys. Oh, that's how I do it. And I'd say just like different locations. Yeah, just get Sam, be like presenting like a child showing her mom or teddy bear. Can you bring him to life, please?
Dude, that would
And you just go off of that.
that would absolutely rock. I love both your ideas. That would, gosh, you guys got to stop. I need one of you to like distinctly like make a better idea than the other one, so I can like feel confident in these picks. Because like I'm thinking of both you, like just like how they would play and like actually using them, and I don't like the idea of like not voting for one of them.
Yes. Yeah. We
me
shouldn't have
think.
even done the voting thing.
I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna give this one to. I'm gonna give this one to Warman, just because I love the idea of like using different things around the map to like be your companion, and obviously I love the thing that Debbie said, but I feel like we have a lot of stuff that's like strategic in like modern zombies. Like you have to like be strategic with it, and I sort of like the idea of like the occasional just like. I mention this all the time, like turn your brain off, like delete a horde, like wonder weapon or like lethal or something.
Yep.
So, Gosh, dude, a horde of altered zombies would be. You just like get your own army and like you're good to go, bro. Oh my gosh. But I think my official vote's gonna be for Warman.
No, yeah, Warman's absolutely got it. And you have a very fair complaint that I will absolutely fix in the next round. Don't you worry.
Okay.
I would go for Shorbs. I love the fact that you implemented the worm. I totally
Yep.
forgot about it because it wasn't utilized as much to be memorable. When you said the worm, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I tried to sort of connect the two because, like I said, I saw that on like somebody like myth busted it and they like just figured out it was true. So I was like,
Yeah.
I don't really like it. Didn't really take long. I sort of just like thought of those two things and connected them. I was like, we have to like find a way to bring the giant worm to life, and yeah, that's what came to mind.
I mean,
No,
that's
that's
essentially what you
perfect.
do in MWZ when you try to get the woodworm. I think you gotta like connect all the stuff to disturb the earth.
Yes.
From what I remember, yeah.
Yes.
Man, I have to get to that point during a down period for for God. So I've seen clips of that boss fight though, dude. It looks insane. Like MWZ, it looks like the boss fights are just ridiculous.
Oh, they're fun. They are fun.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So yeah, now we're going to Reckoning for the last one. Obviously, it already has the ether
Absolutely.
book, but we're making our own ideas here. So mine would be, you get to almost the very end of the Easter egg where you get the Pokeballs. But now they have a side like upgrade quest. I don't know like exactly what you would throw them at, but like 3 or 4 locations around the map. I know one of them would for sure be that like beam thing in the.
Oh, Pac-Man?
Yeah, I feel like that beam was like underutilized. Like you use it once to knock down the guy to like you get the sample of him, but I feel like you could use it more. Like I was so curious about it, and when I discovered that it was just for that, I thought that was kind of lame.
Well, you can use it for a side egg.
Oh, okay. Well, we're adding another side egg to that. So yeah, something like you throw them, and like they have to be like really like precise shots. I think it'd be fun if it was like shots that you could like line up consistently each time, similar to like, I don't know, you like tuck into this corner, like look at this object on the ceiling, and if you throw the ball at that moment, it'll like drop into something, and that gives you sort of one of the 4 steps. So you do that 4 times, or you do it in 4 different locations. It upgrades. And the use of it is you throw it at a horde of zombies, and the bigger the horde, it swallows them up like a Pokeball, and it spits back out a different level of HVT. So like, let's say you throw it at 10 zombies, it swallows them up, spits out a mimic. Throw it at 20, it swallows them up, spits out like a amalgam or something. But once you kill that HVT, it functions similar to the Glock drop, where it gives you better loot. Like it'll give you like a Gorgofax or like a Pack-a-Punch crystal or something.
Oh man.
So that would be the
that
would be the function for the Pokeballs. That's my
risk
idea.
reward one. I love that.
Yeah, you gotta pay it off.
This son of a bitch brought Pokemon into zombies.
It's got to be there, bro.
Into my zombie.
Oh my god.
Yep,
Okay.
that's the idea, chat.
Well, Shorbsy, you were so worried about strategy that I was implementing into some of mine. So for Reckoning, I give you the Janus execution device. It is very, very simple. Instead of throwing it down, you throw it up. And essentially, it is. I can't say it any more simply other than to say it's raining down Wonderwaff shots that chain and kill a horde for a very, very long time.
Dude,
And that's
so it's like a portable like electric trap almost.
I'm imagining kind of like when that Deadwire augment props like the lightning storm,
Yes,
but it's just going off and chaining and actually killing. Yeah, and it's got to play the sound effect every time too. I think it just fits with the Janus director Richtofen stuff.
That would be so
Dude,
awesome.
visually that would absolutely rock. I love that.
I know, and it's
Just a million electro bolts. Oh my lord.
It's just toss and kill, baby.
That'd be sick. I love that. Mr.
I
Warman?
went with the more I like the dividedness and reckoning of either Sam or Richtofen, so I went for kind of two. But you
Nice.
can only get kind of like the Gorg effects. You can only get one during a match.
Mm.
So I made it. You would have to kind of either do it like the Blanchard or Panos. I kind of said deviate somewhere more in the Easter egg, where you can like only do one steps. So I said if you went more with Richtofen, you would gain a score streak of just a horde of Klaus robots. Kind of like if you're fighting them, you summon a horde, they'll go kill, blow up everything around you. They're there with you, right? They're there till they're dead. But if you side with Sam, you gain the horde of the undead that are kind of roided up, kind of like the brain rot augment on BO7. They'd be roided up from that, and they can res you, but if they res you, they'll like kill themselves for that. So they essentially like transfer their soul to res you if you ever die for that. And I'd also say they can drop power-ups from them because it's Sam helping you, so she has control over that.
Yep.
But from a limited pool, so you can only get nukes, max ammos, or insta kills from that.
Okay. Oh, that's genius to make it
Yeah.
make it a split path thing. I love that.
That would add, like, even because Reckoning, you're already like choosing one or the other. I think that would be so sick, just giving you another thing to choose between, like because it just gives you another path. Like you could get the, what is it, Gorgovax C, and then you can get the one side of the equipment, and then try to fight against Sam, and then the next game you could totally flip to the other side, and it would be a different experience. Like that'd be,
Oh yeah.
dude, that'd be sick.
I do love that.
Ultimately, I just like the I love both ideas, but something about the just throwing the electric trap on the ceiling, and it's just like metal, like it's just metal thrown up. It's just like a fuck you trap, like you just like throw it up there and like nothing's getting past this, like deal with it kind of thing. I think I'd have to go with that. And your idea, Warman, is like so like elaborate and insane. I love it, but I think I'm gonna have to go with the electric trap.
I knew I'd get him. He's such a sucker for just like point and delete. He's been begging for a wonder weapon like that in BO7 all year.
Give it to me, Drac, right now.
Please.
I have to go with Shorbzy just because he brought Pokemon into this, and I love the risk and reward aspect of it. And
That
just,
was very lovely. Yeah.
the bigger horde that you are able to capture inside of it, and like I guess you're like sort of fusing the power of them, and you get a bigger thing out of it that gives you better rewards. That's so sick. I wish they used those Pokeballs a little more. Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of bias going on in my votes, but I'm gonna give it to Shorbzy.
Sweet.
I'm honestly conflicted because on the one hand, Chorbs has the risk reward fact, and I love that. I like that about the dialogue.
Yeah.
But then just to think of just, hey, area denial, here's a billion Wonderwall shots in an area.
Right.
It just sounds so cool. I honestly probably have to go with the Wonderwall shots. It just sounds so awesome.
So metal, yeah.
I absolutely
so
do
fun
not
to use.
deserve that. but-
Wow.
wow.
All of these beat the Ether Blade, by the way. Unfortunately, I wish that wasn't the case, but unfortunately,
Yeah.
it is.
Aetherblade's only good with Hotfoot. It's really fun
Yep.
with Hotfoot, but yeah, no, these would all be so much cooler.
Yeah, way better. Yeah. Dude, that was fun. That was a sweet exercise there. I'm glad we didn't limit it to a dead drop because, like, these
Yeah.
ideas, like, yeah, just like fully fledging out all the ideas was a good time.
Yeah, it was fun to brainstorm all of them, honestly.
Yes, I love that you guys came up with quests, and maybe I'll come back and tell you guys in private how I would get these things. But I love that we all, for the most part, came at these from completely different angles too. Like, oh, that's so neat. I really wish they would do this, and I'd love to do this again for BO7 once all the maps are out.
Oh yeah.
They
Oh,
need to.
yes.
I hope Totenreich started something very special to at least end off on these last two maps, man.
Yeah, like not only with like the scores, but like even the helmets, like stuff like that is
Yes.
like they brought both into the same map. It's not like they did one on Paradox or Astra or something, and then they brought the other one to Totenreich. Like they just packed it all into Totenreich and were like, here's everything basically you guys have been asking for, and
It's like, hey, thank you
right.
so
Yeah,
much.
it's been like a resounding success. I really hope Treyarch, to your point, Debbie, like builds on top of this and real like it can't be a one-off thing. That would be like that'd be super frustrating if they did it that way.
Yeah.
I think they know people have been calling for it for so long, and Totenreich was their first opportunity to really just like get it in there, because I it always comes up, but like the scheduling stuff with how these two games have gone, I feel like, yeah, Totenreich was their time to start it, and they're gonna finish it with the last two maps, and then hopefully it's all in BO8 and all that stuff. I think they gotta do it. They gotta do it. I know they're listening. It's just a matter of time and resources and money and all that crap.
Oh, definitely.
Man. Yeah, these were all phenomenal ideas, guys.
I think my favorite out of all of them was the Liberty Falls, because we essentially got it from each corner
Yeah.
and made
Yes.
a side quest out of it. And I love
Eutharella, the
that
church, and then Liberty Lanes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun.
It's
It's
so
crazy
good.
because I felt like our Liberty Falls ideas were more grounded, and then
one. Yeah.
like it sort of
We
took
immediately
off
went off the rail.
Yeah, I was like a bowling ball, and then the next map I'm like giant like fucking squid monster thing.
God. Did you guys have any thoughts before we get into our one and only dead drop this week?
I think I'm good with it. If you are, Mr. Orman.
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. Okay. The one and only Captain Caro has our one dead drop this week. What a goat. Thank you, Captain Caro. He asked,
Thank you, Caporo.
there have been a few relics that just don't require round requirements. That was a mouthful. There have been a few relics that just don't require round requirements. Yes. Do you think that they should do away with the round requirements, aside from relics that have the round requirement tied into the unlock method, such as the Dragon Head? So I'm kind of taking this as, should future relics from now on in the next two maps do away with round requirements? I think that's the question, unless you guys have a different...
It's kind of, because I've already kind of answered it, but I'll re-answer it. But it is essentially that question of the relics, no round requirements, but the challenge is the actual, challenge to get to it.
Right. Okay, yeah. Okay.
So, like, is that what's your official answer, Warman?
For me, I went with the process of, I don't want the round requirements. I would just rather have a lengthy side quest that kind of feels worthy of getting the relic, and then you can keep the round requirements technically in the relic challenge itself, because what's the most recent one, the Totenreich Secret Rooms, you can do that early, but as soon as you go in the trial, it's round 60, so you still need to get set up for that round.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of go back and forth with it because I hate high rounding more than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
He
So
also
just,
doesn't
yeah.
play Cursed.
Yeah, just the whole thing of like having to get to like round 60 or something to get a relic is ridiculous to me. But at the same time, I think it's kind of cool that like you don't know if a relic is round gated or not. I don't know, something about it, like I think it adds like another layer to like the relic hunts and stuff when like you don't know if you have to get to like round 20 or 40 or 60 in order to unlock a certain relic. Obviously we figure it out eventually, but I think like if it was up to me, I would say no. Like selfishly, I'm gonna say no, but for the good of the community, and I think like it's in the nature of like getting like a wicked relic, like getting to round 60 for it, I think that makes sense. So I would say I'm okay with like having like some of the relics be like round gated and some not, I guess, if that makes sense. So like I'm okay with it as it
Okay.
is.
So you're going for the mix bag essentially.
Yeah, I mean, if it was up to me, like I guess maybe like to your point, Warman, I think like if we had if the quests sort of reflected the different, like the varying levels of difficulty, or like the trials themselves, I think that would make more sense. So like if what's the first one, Grim, if
Yes.
like Grim relics were just like very simple trials, and a lot of the times like it is, I think it's like 3 waves compared to 5 or 6 waves when you get to like Wicked.
Yeah.
But I guess if it was like maybe the quest itself going from Grim to Sinister Wicked, if that was more reflective of like the difficulty of the relic, I guess I would prefer that as the quest guy. But I'm okay with it. Is like it. I'm okay with it as it is, with like being sort of round gated sometimes.
Interesting. Chorbs, you brought up a great point that completely shifted my initial answer, because I was gonna just say yes, make all quests non-round gated and just have the trials be cranked up in the way that they are, with something like what are the high tier ones?
I can't remember. There's one that you need only brain rot. One you can only damage certain enemies due to their elemental type.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I was gonna say, like, just have them all be non-round gated, but the trials be hard. But I agree that I do like the aspect of, like, there's the idea of the sanctity of the hunt for these things. So I think I would say have all trials be set at the 20, 40, and 60 round interval difficulty, but some of the relics requirements to get to the trials are round gated and some are not. So you still get that, like, you don't know if they are like the requirements to unlock the trials are round gated, but you still always have to face that difficulty in the trials. And not only that, on the ones that you know are not time gated, such as the one you brought up, Warman, like, if you're efficient, you can get beefed up earlier, so you can get it done quicker, because of that non-round requirement to get there, but still be at round 60, like power level, so to speak.
Yeah. I kind of went to the point of how would I describe it? I'm not a fan of the round requirements, simply because some of the challenges, if they were just changed and made more sense, would feel more rewarding to me. Because the one of the Totenreich ones is literally get to round 60, get 5 headshots. There's the trial.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you made
true.
like a better quest for that, instead of just getting around 60 shooting 5 headshots, I'd be fine. But we didn't need the round requirement there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different discussion when you're bringing in what the actual requirements to unlock the trials are. Yeah, no, I totally agree with that, Warman. That's a great point. So fellas, do you have any final words before we wrap this thing up?
I think I'm all set on my end. Anything you got to say, Warman?
I'm all set on my end too. This was a great pod, honestly.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, brother. We appreciate it a ton.
Absolutely.
And thank
Thank
you
you
for
guys for
this
having me.
this awesome idea, because I think it really it got my creative juices flowing in a way that they haven't necessarily in a while.
Hey, I'm glad to help you on that.
It's fun.
Stuff like this always has me thinking.
Warman loves
Yeah.
to get my juices flowing. That's what I'm hearing.
It's funny because Debbie brought it up as like a video idea, and I was like, my gut instinct was like, can we make like a full pod discussion out of this? Like, it feels like it's better as a dead drop question. And then I started like thinking of like the equipment, and I was like, okay, yeah, this definitely requires like a full like in length like discussion of, and like the ideas would be super cool. And that was just me thinking of my own. I'd obviously had to factor in like the insane stuff that you guys came up with, and obviously it was insane. So yeah, great idea, Warman. Great idea, Mr. Debbie, for wanting to make it sort of the main topic of the pod. Yeah, Warman, it was great having you on, brother. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, it was very lovely. I didn't honestly, when I put the dead drop, I was like, oh yeah, let me just put that in there. What are you guys' thoughts on that? I didn't really expect it to be a whole pod, so that was a fun thing to find out.
And we had to get the man himself in on it. I had to know what your own thoughts on it were. So
My own
yes.
schizo theories and stuff. Yeah.
So thank you again. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to episode 17 of the Pack Mentality podcast. This was a ton of fun. And if you guys want to get involved in the same way Warman has, you can feel free to join the pack today in the Discord link below. Make friends with all of these crazy bastards who get Ate the Ruler and come up with these crazy questions for us. It's completely free and we'd love to have you around. With that said, guys, if you enjoyed this at any point, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we hope to see you around in the Discord. And we hope to see you guys next week. Peace.
Bye. Very lovely.
Awesome,
Very
yeah.
lovely right
Good
there.
stuff, fellas. Good stuff.
Oh man, I was still thinking of that tomb idea Debbie had. I love that one, the sands.
The
Oh my
sand, dude.
God.
Yeah. Dude.